This is definitely dangerous, but it was worth getting the shot. I almost got run over just crossing the road. Back on the train track, much safer. I'm about to tell you the most dangerous thing that you can actually do here in the city of Bangkok. Hello, welcome, Swaddy Krab. My name is Rob, and it's no secret that Bangkok is kind of referred to as a bit of a dangerous city. And I think this is a bad rep, and it's not very accurate. I've actually done videos on this in the past, and I'm coming up to 1,000 days living here in the beautiful city itself. And I wanted to reflect on this, especially after a recent article by the big Forbes magazine that Bangkok is the 30th most dangerous city in the entire world. Cue Forbes. And I thought, what better way to talk about this than to actually walk down somewhere that would generally could be considered dangerous, but not here in Bangkok. And you'll see why as we're walking around. On the face of things, they can look dangerous. You've got the barbed wire, you've got the graffiti, the narrow alleyways. You can't really see where you're going. But for the most part, because I've been living here for so long, and many other people that have been living here in the city will tell you, you can't judge things on the face of it. You can't judge a book by its cover. It wouldn't matter who I ran into down this alleyway, whether they looked dangerous or covered in tattoos or looked something that in most Western perceptions would be a dangerous character. You can't do that here in the city of Bangkok. It just doesn't work. And we'll talk about some of the things that I think are dangerous in just a moment, because there are some things that definitely are. The artwork along this, we're on the Klong San set by the way, but this artwork is absolutely insane. I think I've actually recommended this walk in a previous video. Now, what does Forbes base their claims off of? Because if it's crimes around the city, like I said, I've been here nearly 1,000 days, traveling here for 6 years. I've never once seen a police car racing to an emergency situation. We don't get situations where people are robbing banks, robbing people, knife crime, gun crime, all of that stuff kind of still exists in the West, but I never ever see it day to day here. And I'm in and around the city every single day. I'm feet on the ground experiencing it, and I've never ever seen this kind of crime here. It just doesn't happen. And I might as well comment on all of these kind of like gates and barbed wires and everything that I'm seeing as we're walking around. It's prevention rather than a cure, for the most part, is what I can tell. I think petty crime like climbing over fences and stealing stuff, it just doesn't really occur here. And I'm sure it does, and it has happened, but for the most part, it's just not common practice here. Alright, so the things that are dangerous, well, actually, we can kind of see them, and they're kind of common sense things. But most of the things that are dangerous, I absolutely love and make Bangkok Bangkok. Is it dangerous to get on and off these boats? Yes, kind of. Not for me, but it might be for somebody with, walking disability, or, a little bit slow at getting on and off, like an elderly person might really struggle getting on and off the boats. But Thailand allows for the common sense. They allow people to make these decisions. The question is, can you do it safely? Yes, then enjoy it. If you can't, then don't. Find another way, because there's so many different opportunities and ways to get in and around the city. So just enjoy what you can do safely. And there's not many big things. I've actually got a couple later, but silly things like this railing down here is perfectly good height. But then you come up to this section and it's kind of just below my bum here. This would be banned in a lot of Western countries because you're so at risk of just accidentally stepping back, it catches the back of your legs, and then you go into the water. And well, actually the water is a little bit dangerous. But it's just silly little things like this. Again, it's all about common sense and actually watching where you're going. Still safe, kind of. Yeah, all good. Now, we can't go underneath the canal, so we're going to cross something that's probably causing one of the highest numbers on this list, and that is the roads, the traffic. It is probably one of the most dangerous things here, not only in Bangkok, but just the city of Thailand. Just the sheer number of it, the people with no helmets. Although there is police around, as you can just see here, There's only so much they can do with millions of people here in the capital. Road deaths here are some of the highest in the world, and that's probably what contributes most towards it. But it's all down to you as well when you get onto the back of those motor taxis to put your helmet on. So again, try and keep yourself as safe as possible. And even personally myself, I've been able to rent motorbikes here in the city, and all you do is hand over your passport. My friend actually come here on holiday. He just handed his passport over, never rid a bike in his life, and he was so wobbly. I'm surprised that he even survived. And in actual fact, that last time when he was here, I come off my motorbike, and that was down to me. That was a safety concern that was left in my hands. And well, it was a game of, you know, and find out, and unfortunately I found out. So I'm part of the statistics now because of my own poor decision. What I personally like about Bangkok, and it might sound a little bit soppy, but you know, in amongst all of the graffiti and the fences and the smelly, dirty canal, is some beauty. You've got a temple behind us here. I actually quite enjoy the graffiti artwork in most places, and a lot of the time it's just the people that you meet on these walks. It's just enjoyable. You make eye contact, you say hello, a little smile, a little nod. It's just an enjoyable part of my day, and yeah, I just enjoy all these little things on top of all of what would be considered negative things. I don't know, yeah, just enjoy it. But yeah. Who doesn't like to see chickens running around on their daily walk? Oh yeah. Now, coming into communities like I do, because I'm a pretty nosy character, as you know, and that's why I know quite a bit about Bangkok and exploring, but coming into places like this, it's just not dangerous. If you're coming in with respect and understanding that this is people's homes and you act accordingly, you know, don't overstay your welcome, don't kind of take the piss filming everything and looking around and being too nosy. There's nosy and then there's nosy, and I'll try and stay on the correct side of it. Then you'll be fine, you'll have a good time. You can interact with the locals, you can look around, you can just walk through, enjoy your time and not worry about anything. This is people's homes. It's a low income community home for that. And yes, they do live slightly different to everybody else. Well, not slightly different, a lot different, unfortunately. So try and show them the respect they deserve, because these are hard-working Thais. And even me walking through trying to tell this story, I'll still try and stay respectful, Swaddy Crab, and not overstay my welcome. Try and not take as much footage as I can, because even I feel like I'm slightly taking the piss doing so. But we're going to cut through here and we're going to come back out onto the train track where there's another community. If you do walk through here, maybe grab something to eat or a snack or a drink from one of like the shops. They've got a shop on just either side here, and just say hello and then carry on with your walk through, because you can cut through here onto the train track. Like I said, so let's make our way out there. Oh, it says me about things that are not dangerous. Well, this is definitely dangerous, but it was worth getting the shot to say hello. Thank you, cop for my cab. And again, like I said, it's a community. They've got their own community board. They've got their own restaurants. There's a bunny rabbit in a cage down here. Like I said, they've got restaurants here. They even have soy dogs, which I've mentioned in previous videos. Do not pet the soy dogs, although this one's pretty chill. They're normally barking like mad by now. If you do see soy dogs out and you're here on holiday and they look cute, even that one just there, do not touch them. They are a menace and they will bite you. So yeah, just be very, very careful. The cats, on the other hand, are perfectly fine. Now, this is we'll call it the train track community here in Sukhumvit. And some people have got kind of like miniature houses. Some are more better off than others. Some are made of brick, some are made of tin sheds. And just people surviving, getting on with their day. Some people don't choose to be here, and a lot of people do. A lot of people have their family here. They grow up here. They've got their community. They've got their kids out playing on the tracks. Hello, Swally Cub. And it's part of their life. It's part of their day-to-day living. They probably don't welcome so much people coming down here with cameras, but again, it's the way I carry myself and say hello to people. It's not a tourist place to come and check out and walk through, but if you are in the area, you don't have to worry about coming. coming to say hello to people like this because they're very friendly. Swadee krab. Case in point, people are just very friendly and receptive, even if they've been a bit nosy, cameras everywhere and things like that. They want to say hello, they're just as curious. They all smile and say hello. So me just walking down here, making this one little clip, everyone's just super friendly and welcoming. Here is one of the track rollers. Hello, Swadee krab. They'll roll this down the track. They'll bring all of their stuff way down at the entrance. The Soy Zero. And they'll get all of their goods brought down, you know, water, food, supplies, all of that kind of stuff. And again, about health and safety, and just overall health and safety, he's wearing no gloves, no goggles. That grinder could cut and go into his eye. Little things like that probably contribute to the poor score, unfortunately, they get here in Thailand. And the soy dogs. He's all right. Actually, it's probably more likely the ones that don't bark are the ones that you should worry about. Like this one. Look, I bet if I walk, I push my luck a little bit, don't I, making these videos. And again, going back to what I was saying, like a broken record, perception is a wonderful thing. When I went out before and spent a night actually with my friend Adam on the train tracks down near Klong Toi, they look just like this. And we actually went inside one of them and he said to me, he was like, you have to go to the toilet. And I was like, I don't need to go. He was like, you have to go and have a look. And I had a look and it was incredible inside. It was unbelievable. It was truly better than my condo I was staying with in a place on the outside that kind of looked like this. And I was shocked. So like I said, don't judge everything by its cover. I'm sure there's people living in some terrible conditions here because of the low income, but for the most part you should definitely not judge, and maybe even just come and see for yourself and experience it yourself and just not presume, because everyone here is really, really friendly. Every single person smiled at me today. It's lovely. This is why I love this country. I absolutely love it. Thank you, Forbes. It was one of the completed wheels. They put all of the stuff on there and wheel it all the way down the tracks, probably about half a kilometre, even a kilometre of track there to get all of the stuff down, otherwise it's almost impossible to do it. And this track here is right on the doorstep of Sukhumvit Road, where you might even be walking past yourself. No one knows it's there. It kind of gets overlooked. You walk past it, you just think, oh yeah, train track, and don't think anything of it. All of these people are living in and amongst all of the chaos and the glory and the glitz of glamour of Sukhumvit Road. Just like that. Zebra crossing does not even matter. Watch where you're walking. Now, oddly, and some of you may remember, I used to work in construction for 7 years before moving to Thailand. Some of the construction sites are kind of operating better health and safety measures than I used to see back in the UK. Obviously, some about environmental down here, but some of these double height hoardings, all of the signs, all of the security guards, and some of the stuff I kind of see through the gates here and there is actually a little bit safer than the UK. I'm not saying that overall their construction sites are safer, but some of the stuff they do, they really do think about, and they are trying to make a difference here to make stuff safer, well, everyone. Oh man, and in a previous video, I didn't complain. I mentioned one of the dangerous things is the kind of electrical cables. The data cables are not too bad, but the electrical cables, and they're actually cleaning them up all around the city. They used to stretch all across here as I nearly get run over again. And I'm kind of sad to see it. I really enjoyed seeing them. It was one of those things that I missed when I wasn't here in Bangkok. But this intersection looks completely different now, and it is more open, it is brighter. You can see the signs more, but I miss it. That's one of the things, one of the downsides that was an upside for me living here and even coming here on holiday. Shame to see them go. I'm about to tell you the most dangerous thing that you can actually do here in the city of Bangkok, and that is disrespecting the Thai people. Just do not do it. There's a community here. People look after each other, whether it's the motor taxi drivers, the vendors on the streets, just people walking around. It doesn't matter. There is so much respect for people and everything around them. And there's a certain level of tolerance that they'll put up with. I've seen tourists push their luck a little bit. I've had friends push their luck a little bit. And they're an extremely friendly nation. They don't call it the land of smiles for nothing. They're probably the most friendly people that you'll ever meet in your entire lives. But there's a point where if you push your luck, and social media content creators have tried to push their luck in the past, taking the piss out of them to make content to get reactions on their channel, and they found out the hard way because the Thai people won't tolerate this. If you push your luck and you take the piss out of them, they will fight back, and you will know. And it will not be a good time for you, I can promise you. And I'll be standing by them if anyone comes here and tries to do just that. 99% of you and everyone probably watching this video are super respectful, but that is probably one of the most dangerous things that you can do here in Thailand. Do not disrespect the Thai people, please. What better way to end this video than, again, perception of a dodgy looking canal. Hopefully by the end of this video you can realise that Bangkok is a safe place to be. Even in perceived places like this that would be dangerous perhaps in Western countries or other places around the world. I don't think the 30th is, well, it's quite high on the list of dangerous countries. I don't think that Bangkok deserves that, and I hope this video kind of sheds a little bit of light on what's going on from somebody that's lived here, coming up to 1,000 days next week actually. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoy your time here in Bangkok. Stay safe everybody. Take care. Peace.